You can't choose whether you suffer, but you can choose what for. And I think we're going to be going through that today in quite a lot of depth. And I just hope that you heard what I said. You can't choose whether you suffer, but you can choose what for. So, of course, in a time nowadays where we're very much struggling for meaning and for satisfaction and for community and for love and joy and all of the positive emotions that we all want to be feeling, they're all very much lacking and on the downturn in today's day and age. And so, what do we do? How do we fix that? Well, the first thing is to identify that there will be hardship, whichever route you take. So, for instance, the life that anyone's living right now, whether you're listening to this, is definitely going to have some pain and hardship involved, as I'm sure hopefully we can all attest to. And yet, some of us are just in negative emotion. I've been there, and I'm sure many people watching this might have been there. But maybe you might think that the balance of positive and negative emotion in your life is far more swayed to be more negative. And so, why is that? Well, the first thing is to realize that in every scenario that you're in, every choice that you make with your agency is always basically picking a direction to what you're building. And so, if, for instance, as I have done many times, I decide to start scrolling on my phone or, not do the work I want to do or not go to the gym or just start playing video games, whatever this might be, that exact choice and that exact action, although in the moment I might think, oh, this is fun, this is what I want to be doing, right? Afterwards, whether it's immediately afterwards or maybe even, a few days or weeks down the line, I will end up having and feeling the consequences of that action. I will feel the fact that I did not do anything productive with that time. My dopamine will be completely crashed off a cliff. All of these different things come together to basically rebalance the bit of joy, or I wouldn't even call it joy, the bit of dopamine that you got from scrolling or from playing the video game or from staying in bed for that minute longer. And although you got a little bit of, let's say, pleasure from that, you unfortunately have more pain, I would argue, in the long term, because you're sacrificing the long-term version of you, or not even long-term, like literally just a day after. You're sacrificing you tomorrow for you now. And the problem with that is that there's going to be a lot more you tomorrows than there is of just you now. There's only one of you now, but there's many, many, many you tomorrows. And so you are going to suffer. That's the first thing to note. If you decide to do the things that are easy, you will indeed still suffer. Although you'll be going the easy route, you might think, oh, it's not hard, right? But turn around and ask anyone who's done that for even a year of their life, and you can see where they've ended up. It's pretty difficult. Or you could choose what some may call as suffering in the moment. So, for instance, if you should go to the gym, or if you should go on that run, or if you should go to work today, or if you should have that difficult conversation, all you have to do is go through that uncomfortableness and, possibly slight negative emotion in the moment to think, oh, I don't really want to be doing this. You just have to go through it then as present you, and then future you gets all the benefits, not only for just tomorrow, but also days, years, decades into the future. And so, if you choose to suffer for the right things, if you choose to suffer for something which is going to pay dividends, in future, then you actually end up having overall more positive emotion, because it compounds as you build something for you tomorrow. Well, all you have to do is wait until tomorrow to feel that benefit. There's a bit of a patience to it. There's a bit of a discipline to it, as I'm sure we all know and are familiar with those words. And so the question then might become, how do you decide what you want to suffer for? How do you actually find that answer for yourself? And I think some of us might already have a feeling, we might already know. And so hopefully we can start to bring that together and realize, yeah, I want to become maybe more attractive. I want to be more healthy. I want to be a better person. All of these different things, they have actions that you can take in order to achieve those goals. And many of us probably know those actions, right? If you want to become more attractive, then go to the gym, go on a run, eat healthier. If you want to be better with people and you want to be a better person, then you can actively make sure that each day you do a good deed or what have you. There's particular things that you can do that are maybe difficult in the moment, but they build towards that in the future. But if you don't exactly know what you could do in order to, well, get to a better life, let's say, and maybe you haven't thought about it very much, there's a few things you can do. First of all is to start thinking about it. Hopefully this video is a part along that path where you can start to think without any distractions, without numbing your thoughts by being on your phone or watching something. You can actively just think, is there anything that I'm doing right now in my life that I could fix, that you would fix? It just has to be a tiny thing that you might even define just for yourself is bugging you. It just has to be something like that, that you, by your own definition, find annoying in your life. And you can think, is there anything you can do? And you might think, why haven't you done it yet? Well, probably because it's slightly inconvenient. There's a bit of suffering involved in doing that thing. And yet, as we said at the beginning of the video, you have to choose the suffering that will lead to a better life. That's what the quote means, that you cannot choose whether you suffer, but you can choose what you're suffering for. And you should choose the suffering which is going to improve your life and make your life way more enjoyable and satisfactory and wonderful to live. And don't just do it for you now. Do it for you across time and future, as long as you can see, as far out as you can see, which also ends up benefiting the community around you as well. So thank you for watching as always, and keep that in mind for today.